Welcome back, football fam. Welcome to our weekly show we're going to start doing now that the conference play has started. This is going to be the SEC Roundup, Week 5 in college football. We're going to start things off with a top 25 matchup between Alabama and Georgia. The Alabama Crimson Tide traveled to Athens to face a top 5 undefeated Georgia Bulldogs team. Alabama came in looking to prove that Week 1 loss against Florida State was a mix-up, and Georgia was looking to prove that they were legit and a contender for the national title. Off the rip, Alabama's offensive line proved dominant, keeping a clean pocket for Ty Simpson most of the night, who finished the game with 24 for 38 passing, 276 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Alabama converted 13 of 19 on third down, forced missed tackles all night, and only allowed 7 points to the Bulldogs in the second half. Georgia started the night pretty slow, trailing 14-0 early in the second quarter before answering with a touchdown drive of their own by Gunnar Stockton. He finished the game 13-20 for 130 yards against this tough Alabama defense. They did run the ball for 227 yards, with 119 come from Chancey Bowen. Helped them all night. They did have a 43-yard run for our wide receiver Dylan Bell to help inflate the rushing stats. The passing game was held in check. Zachariah Branch, he got to do more. Kobe Young, you got to do more. Kobe Young did have 4 catches for 59 yards and a touchdown. Georgia wasn't able to take advantage of the slow ground attack by the Alabama Crimson Tide. They only went 2 for 8 on third down, which is crazy that they only had 8 third down chances. Alabama won the time of possession battle 35 minutes, 36 seconds to 24 minutes, 24 seconds. Georgia only had 53 total plays on offense. They had 6 penalties for 68 yards. You would live with that as a coach, but the fact that you only had 53 plays and Alabama had 77 and they went 13 for 19 on third down tells you right there that they won the line of scrimmage battle in this game. Alabama got Jam Miller back for this game in his first action of the season. He had 16 carries for 46 yards, just knocking the rust off. Fellow running back Kevin Riley, not much better, 10 carries for 30 yards. Wide receivers Isaiah Horton and Ryan Williams combined for 10 catches, 108 yards, and 1 touchdown. That proved to be enough to get it done, which is kind of crazy. Those guys really haven't had the numbers that they had last year, especially Ryan Williams, Isaiah Horton transferring in, coming from Miami to Alabama. They hasn't put up the numbers he put up last year, but they still getting the job done. They did have a nice passing game for Brooks. He stepped in for 2 catches for 40 yards. Kevin Riley had 2 catches for 37. Bernard had 5 catches for 35. Jam Miller had 3 catches for 19 yards. So they spread the ball around. That proved to be the difference. And also converting on those third downs. Can't say enough about the 13 for 19 on third down. The defenses did adjust. Alabama was held scoreless in the second half. Georgia only scored 7, but it wasn't enough as Alabama still won the game 24-21. Next up, we got a top 15 battle between undefeated teams, LSU and Ole Miss. Right off the rip, I'm going to let you guys know I am out on this LSU team. 256 yards of total offense, not going to get it done. This LSU offense went 2 for 11 on third down with only 16 touchdowns for the game. Garrett Nussmeier, I've said it once, I said it twice, I said it 100 times, just does not look like a first-round draft pick or quarterback. I'm about to push that back down to round 2 as well. He went 21 for 34, 197 yards, a touchdown and a pick. There were overthrows, missing wide open wide receivers, making improper reads all game long. This is not a first-round quarterback. This is not a second-round quarterback. I'm sticking to my guns on this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But what I see just does not match the hype. I'm sorry. Starting running back, Caden Durham was out of the game, and it showed against this Ole Miss defense that coming into the game has not stopped the run well. Harlem Berry stepped in for the starting role, 7 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. LSU finished the game with 59 rushing yards as a team averaged 2.8 yards per carry. This LSU defense came in ranked 17th overall, allowing 246 yards a game. Very good defense. A lot of playmakers on that side of the ball. Well, Saturday, they gave it 242 yards in the first half to Trinidad Chambers alone. Ole Miss ended up finishing the game with 484 yards, 314 yards passing, 170 yards rushing, 8-17 on third down. And it was Trinidad Chambers' third straight game over 400 yards total. He had 314 yards passing, 71 yards rushing. By far the best quarterback in this game. Ole Miss controlled both lines of the scrimmage. Lacey had 22 carries for 87 yards. They did have 14 penalties for 109 yards. They had to clean that up, but LSU played so poorly on offense, ended up not even mattering. The thing I'm thinking about right now is this Ole Miss team that now sits at, 5-0? Are they better than the Ole Miss team from last year with all those playmakers they had on the outside? Definitely not the same playmakers on this team, but with Trinidad Chambers playing the way he's playing, this Ole Miss team, with this defense playing the way it's playing, this Ole Miss team might be better than the one from last year. I'd like to know what you guys think on that. Let me know in the comment sections. Lastly, on LSU, do you think it's time for a coaching change this offseason if Brian Kelly doesn't turn this thing around, start winning the big games? I know they're top 15. I know they're a top 15 team still with this loss, but just let me know what you guys think. LSU's on a bye this week. Perfect time for a bye, if you ask me. Next week, they got South Carolina, a quarterback out there in Lenore Sellers, who's similar to Trinidad Chambers. Maybe Trinidad's better. I think he is, honestly, but we'll have to see. They playing a similar quarterback, so they got time to make some adjustments, put in some wrinkles in this offense, something new that no one's seen yet from them this year. They need something to bring some life into this team, so LSU, you got time to figure this thing out. LSU fans, don't you worry, I guess. Or maybe you do need to worry. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about the Tigers. Let's move on to the next game. Auburn versus Texas A&M. Defensive battle in this game. Auburn came in with struggles on offense. Might need to be time for a change at the quarterback position with Jackson Arnold. But where there is not any quarterback change controversy is Marcel Reed. Another solid game, 15-22, doing what he does. 207 yards passing. The team was very balanced. They had 414 yards, 217 passing, 217 rushing. The rushing attack was led by Le'Veon Moss, 21 carries, 139 yards. That's 6.6 yards a carry. He also had a touchdown. Reuben Owens, 3 carries, 52 yards. And Amari Daniels, 12 carries, 42 yards. Casey Concepcion was getting it done in the passing game with 7 catches, 113 yards. They had 5 different players on defense that recorded a sack. This Texas A&M team is one to watch. They won this game 16-10, but this offense can put up points when needed. Auburn defense is elite. Texas A&M is a team to be reckoned with. I'm calling it right now. They're a playoff team. I don't know if they win the SEC or the SEC championship or what, but I think this is a top 12 team in the nation. Curious, who thought that Mike Elko would bring this kind of prestige to the Texas A&M team when he came over from Duke? I didn't expect this. I just thought he'd be a filler coach. I knew he was hard-nosed defensive guy, but this team's winning defensive battles, offensive battles. They seem to get better every year. They're recruiting well. They're in the portal, competitive in the portal. I think they're in the conversation for the SEC title. I think they could be possibly a playoff team. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about Texas A&M. Am I jumping the gun here? Are they legit? Are they not buying stock? Are we selling stock? Are we up, down, with risers, fallers? Let me know. Other key matchups was Tennessee traveling to face Mississippi State, where they won in overtime, 41-34. Joey Aguilar, 335 passing yards, 1 touchdown with 2 interceptions. Mike Matthews, 6 catches, 118 yards on the day. Missouri was at home this week as they took on UMass. They won 42-6. Probella was 241 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. The hero of this game was Ahmad Hardy yet again, 24 carries, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kevin Coleman had a breakout performance with 12 catches, 108 yards. These guys are going to be playing on Sundays. Missouri moved up to 5-0. South Carolina was at home to take on Kentucky. Dylan Stewart had 3 tackles with a sack, his 4th for the season. Brian Thomas Jr. also had 2 sacks, going along with 7 tackles to lead the Gamecocks to a 35-13 victory. Last but not least, we had Utah State coming into town to take on Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt won the game 55-35. Diego Pava doing Diego Pava type things. 321 yards passing with 5 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, and Diego Pava also had 9 carries for 79 yards in the touchdown. Heisman-esque performance from him. Eli Stovers kicked in with 6 catches for 68 yards in the touchdown. Junior Sherrill, 6 catches, 91 yards, 3 touchdowns on a career day. Here's a quick look at the SEC schedule for Week 6. We got Kentucky traveling to take on the Georgia Bulldogs as both teams look to rebound from losses. And it's another game to look at is Texas on the road in Gainesville to take on the Gators. 2 struggling quarterbacks in that matchup. The next game up is going to be Oklahoma at home against Kent State. First game without John Mateer. Let's see how Oklahoma handles that. If they can hold the ship down until John Mateer gets back. Next game up, we got Mississippi State on the road against Texas A&M, a top 10 team by this point. Would not be surprised if Texas A&M was in the top 5. They might be 6 actually. Now that I think about it, they are the best team in the SEC in my opinion. And the last game up, the revenge game, Vanderbilt on the road at Alabama. Who wins that one? It's going to be the College Game Day game of the week. That will be live in Tuscaloosa. It's going to be a big game. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Let me know what y'all think about the SEC landscape. Is Texas A&M the best team in the SEC? With Georgia rebound and probably just win this conference outright? How many teams from the SEC make it to the playoffs? Who wins this weekend? Just hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the Longhorns, the Bulldogs, the Tide, the Aggies, the Sooners. Just hit me up. The Rebels. Let me know what y'all think about this SEC. Are they the toughest conference in football? Is it the Big Ten? Y'all let me know. We out.